Greetings, my friends. I'm Andrea, astrologer, and I welcome you to this weekly update for the astrology of financial markets covering June 9th, June 15th. The cosmos is heating up and so is Bitcoin, with unique astrological aspects like the Jupiter-Saturn square and Mars square Uranus. Be prepared for a week paved by volatility, reversals, and in general a market on edge. Are you ready to find out what the stars have in store? Before I start, as usual, I would like to remind you that the weekend astrology is important. I refer to the weekend before 7th and 8th of June for the 9th of June when we start this week. And this is the case because usually we don't have big transaction volume during the weekend, and this means that the astrological influences will most likely be seen on Monday and even on Tuesday in some cases, so don't forget to check that. As always, I would like to dive into the global astrology. We have a packed week. It will be a day-by-day presentation like always, and then I would also share a weekly highlight about Bitcoin and of course more details for the Patreon subscribers, for altcoins, for the gold and silver index XAU, and of course Ethereum that we all watch with attention. This is a sneak peek to the analysis that we do in depth for Bitcoin, Ethereum and the other altcoins. And this week is so packed that I would say that it is more valid than usual, that this is only the half of the picture, the global astrology that we discuss today, and it is basically the weather. But the moody lady, the Bitcoin, would have also other influences that would complement and show the big picture. Just be aware of that. Monday, June 9th. The week starts on a bearish note with 3 astrological influences that are exact on the day in the global astrology. Of course, don't forget to consider the weekend merged into it, and of course we'll have other influences from Bitcoin, but the question is, will Bitcoin's horoscope be strong enough to balance these negative energies? So let's go into this and we consider at first Mercury square Saturn. This is really about news that can be negative or restrictive in some way, and they can dampen the trading activity and also lead to price decreases. Then Venus is square Pluto. This points towards some restrictions in the cryptocurrency and currency markets due to some regulation or shifts in the Pluto-related matters, which is institutional money in this case, which would put these markets under pressure. Then the third influence, also negative, is a Mercury square Neptune. Expect impulsive trading on the day based on unrealistic expectations. The mind is somehow cluttered, blurred. This is the collective mind, and also communication can be easily misinterpreted on this day. Tuesday, June 10th. This is a positive day actually, because we have a Mars trine Chiron aspect that can really increase market momentum, making it bullish, and previous price targets upward could be retested on such a day. Wednesday, June 11th, Mercury sextile Venus points towards positive news as a catalyst for trading activity and for increasing prices in fiat and crypto markets. So it is again a positive day that would continue the bullish momentum from the previous day. Thursday, June 12th, there are no global astrological aspects except on the day, so a bit of break. This means that the price action will be shaped by the Bitcoin's horoscope, and we have a full report of all astrological influences major for the day in the BTC hour by hour product that I link here for those interested. Then I would like also to remind, especially to the new visitors here on the channel, that all the days are UTC time zone, universal time coordinated. Friday, June 13th, we do have a mixed day, and there are two influences that are exact at day level. One is bullish, which is Mercury trine Lilith, and this boosts the risk appetite and can lead to price increases. On the other hand, we do have also Sun square Rahu, which means that there are some barriers that are put in front of innovation somehow. Rahu is also associated with cryptocurrency, and Sun is signifying a government, so the regulatory bodies that can intervene somehow, and the market will experience most likely a slowdown. Saturday, June 14th, we have an opposition between Venus and Lilith, which can really lead to risk aversion and caution in the cryptocurrency and currency markets, especially since they are associated with Venus. So this means that we will have more caution on the day, and it is also possible that we see some price dumps. Again, it is Saturday, so we might not see much because of the lack of transaction volume, but we could already see this influence either on Friday or the next week, early on Monday. Sunday, June 15th, we do have interesting aspects today. As I mentioned in the beginning of the year, it is pretty weird that we have the most interesting astrology falling on Sundays in the UTC time zone. And this is also not an exception to the rule, it seems. We do have the Jupiter-Saturn square, which is a long-term aspect that can be actually felt already midweek, so in the second part of the week. It is about being bearish, unfortunately can lead to corrections, but for Bitcoin this was not so serious, and we will go into more details in a minute, so stay with me for the weekly highlight. And I would like also to mention that the problem, basically the catalyst for drops, could actually be Mars square Uranus, which is also an aspect exact on that day, and this usually leads to explosive volatility. It is impossible to not notice it, so I would really say that whatever dumps will occur will not stay for long, because we get this Mars in the sidereal Leo already with fresh energy. It is a strong position, and Uranus in Taurus is something that we are used to, so to speak. Again, I refer to the sidereal zodiac for the astrologers. And now I would like to go into the highlight and get a look at the history of Bitcoin and what happened also before when we had this aspect. This is the one-day chart for Bitcoin, and I would like to look at the recent history when the Jupiter-Saturn square occurred in the global astrology and what was the impact back then on Bitcoin. And we start with 19th of August 2024 actually, so last year, and this is really a time when we will see a dip. But this was actually on the 5th of August. It was 2 weeks roughly before the aspect was exact. And at that time we actually had on the day sideways price action, and this was part of an overall trend upwards, as we see and we are aware what happened in the last part of 2024. Then the next one was on 24th of December 2024, when we also had a sideways price action, but also a lot of volatility around this date. We cannot say that it was a clear downtrend at that time, but we had wide swings each day, as you see, during those weeks that were near this aspect. So this means that we can look a bit and see what can we expect this time. Yes, unfortunately, history never repeats exactly in the solar system, since every time is unique. Only in 26,000 years from now will we have the same snapshot, the same planetary configuration like today. And this uniqueness is also very interesting to see, but also challenging for us. We had the first time Saturn retrograde and Jupiter direct. The second time it was the other way around in December, and it was basically Jupiter retrograde and Saturn direct. And guess what? We changed signs because it was a long time, so now it's 15th of June, and it's almost half a year after December 24th, 2024. So this time we have both planets direct, and I would incline towards volatility, so a lot of behavior that would be similar to this, but maybe also stronger dips, as you can see here, and they will be short-lived. Because we have this Mars-Uranus square this time, which will affect price action strongly, in my opinion. We see that the price action is developing slower than the astrology, in my opinion, so there is a lag still. We have also an important switch. Again, we will talk more about this. It's about the tropical zodiac, with Jupiter going into the tropical Cancer for a year, so it will be another energy here. And I would like also to say that we discuss all these matters in more detail in our Patreon subscriptions, and for those who are interested in the longer term view, we have the yearly reports available with 10% discount for the silver tier and 20% discount for the gold and platinum tier. So consider this if this sounds interesting for you. Thank you so much for your time, for liking and subscribing. It helps the channel. I am grateful for that, and until next time, be joyful. See you.